Well, on our second lead story today, the United Nations has accepted blame for accelerating and playing a role in the cholera outbreak of 2010 in Haiti. The disease that killed nearly 10,000 Haitians and left more than 700,000 people infected after various medical research findings was linked to the peacekeepers in the country. Now, UN auditors found that poor sanitation practices remained unaddressed, not only in its Haitian mission, but to also some other 6 in Africa and Middle East.
In theory, it claims the claim of families of the victims could reach $40 billion. The institute has so far constantly highlighted its immunity, not responding to its queries of Haitians regarding the compensations.
Well, joining us is Sienna Merope-Singe. She works with the Institute for Justice and Democracy in Haiti. Madame Sienna, thank you for joining us. But we would like to know how important is the statement of the United Nations saying that it has to do more regarding its involvement with this whole scandal 6 years ago.
Well, this is a huge shift from the UN's position. For the last 6 years, the UN has really stonewalled in response to all advocacy for it to take responsibility. It's refused to admit its role in the epidemic or even discuss its possible response to victims. So this is really a complete shift of position, and it's a huge victory for the Haitian people who've been marching, who've been raising their voices, writing to the UN, instituting court cases. That said, it's an announcement that's a huge step in the right direction, but it doesn't have a lot of detail. And so the real test is going to be what comes next. The UN needs to follow up these promises with real action, including an apology to victims, compensation to those who have lost so much from cholera, and real investment in water and sanitation. So that's what we'll be watching for and continuing to push forward.
Well, they have been denying this over and over again, but what do you expect for the victims right now?
Well, the UN announcement today says that it's considering a significant set of new actions with many things, many proposals and considerations still to be elaborated. And I think the work really is now for everyone who cares about this issue and for victims to continue to put public pressure on the UN to ensure that this announcement is followed by substantive promises that respond to what victims have been calling for the last 5 years. And what victims have been calling for is compensation and apology and investment in water and sanitation. So we'll be continuing to put that public pressure on the UN. There is also still litigation ongoing. We on behalf of victims, instituted a lawsuit in the United States as an option of last resort in 2013. That case is currently pending appeal, awaiting a decision in the Second Circuit Federal Court in New York. And there is still a legal issue about the UN's immunity from suit to be decided there that will need to be determined by the court. So today's announcement doesn't change that. That said, if the UN does announce a really robust set of measures that meets its legal obligations to victims, then that lawsuit will no longer be necessary. So it's about continuing that advocacy and that pressure to ensure the UN promises are put into action.
Well, the most expensive bed in the world is a hospital bed.